This is a story about how I went to prison. This is gonna be good. So, when I was like 5 or 6 years old, my dad was dating this lady. We're gonna call her Linda. Linda worked at a hotel in her and my dad's town that had pool access. So, on super slow days, and when it was my turn to stay at my dad's house with my younger sister, Chloe, we would go to the pool and go swimming because that was a lot of fun. And what else are we going to do? This was an activity we did almost every single weekend. We were with my dad whenever the hotel was having slow days, which was most of the winter. We could go swimming for free. Not really for free. I'm guessing hotel management probably would have had a problem with it, but Linda just let us in anyways. One day we went and I was swimming in the pool and I wanted to hang out, have some fun with my dad and my little sister. And it was honestly a pretty big pool, so there was a more shallow end that had the stairs and entrance, and then on the other side was the deep end to, well, me, probably not like an adult, but to like a 4 or 5, 6-year-old girl, it was the deep end. And I loved swimming. I wanted to hang out in this deep end. I wanted to have a really good freaking time. I wanted my baby sister and my dad to come swim with me. So of course I had to go ask them. Yeah, bad news for me. My dad was like, no, I have to watch your little sister because she doesn't know how to swim, obviously, because she's like 2 years old. That shit really pissed me off because I just wanted to hang out and have a good time, and people were wrecking my vibe, and I didn't know how to, control my emotions and feelings at the time. So I was angry, and what does a little girl do in the pool when she's angry? She splashes. So I was splashing a bit here and there, splashing, and my dad was like, Bella, you need to stop splashing or you're gonna get in trouble. Like, go to the other end of the pool, mind your business. And that didn't sit right with me, I was angry, and there's nothing more in this world I love more than talking back, sadly. It's a error on my part that I've had all my life, but, whatever, things happen, and I did not leave. No, being the little bitch that I was, I splashed some more. This pissed my dad off. He dragged me and my sister out of the pool by our arms, made us dry off, change back into clothes, and immediately loaded us into the car. I was sobbing already because I thought he was going to bring me home and, give me like a timeout or a slap on the rear end or whatever. I was not having it, sobbing, crying, begging for mercy, the whole jive you do when you're scared and in trouble. And, I thought we were going to go home. Eventually, the tears are fading a little bit, and I look out the window and we are not going home. We are driving actually in the exact opposite direction of my home. Now I was freaking out because I had no idea where my dad was taking me, and he was so pissed off. He was cussing and yelling at me and yelling about how I can't splash my little sister because she can't swim yet, which, now makes perfect sense, but at the time, whatever. My sister was just kind of sitting there, minding her P's and Q's. Did she even know what was happening? I don't even know. But we were off, and we were driving, and we were driving, and we were driving. And then eventually we got to a point, and my dad was like, Bella, if you want to be a bad girl, I'm going to show you what happens to bad girls. And he brings me to this big building that was surrounded by a huge fence, like the largest fence I had ever seen. Inside the fence was like a yard, and people were like slowly walking around and like kind of minding their business in this huge building. And he made me get out of the car. And yeah, he was like, well, if you want to be a naughty girl, you can go where the naughty girls go. This motherfucker brought me to a prison. Yeah, he brought his like 5-year-old kid to a prison for splashing her sister. If you thought I was sobbing bad in the car, you should have saw me on the prison grounds. Thought my dad was gonna put me in prison. Oh my god, it was so scary. I was sobbing, snot dripping down my face, begging for forgiveness and mercy. I could not go to prison. I was too cute and little for prison. It was not going to fly well for me. So after about probably like 5 minutes of letting me sit there and sob, my dad got me back in the car and we went home. I am still traumatized to this day, actually. about being brought to that prison. And I don't like breaking rules now. So, I mean, the punishment worked, but this man had never heard of gentle parenting in his life. And yeah, that's a road trip story time about how I went to prison. Comment if you also think bringing your child to a prison is crazy. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Bye.